In English, you would say, we're going to the party. I'm talking to my boss. Of course, you know that to is required before the noun. But did you know there are many common words in English that don't require to? Today you'll learn why you should never add to these common words. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. What do you think about this sentence? I'm going to home. I hear this from my students, even my most advanced students, but this sentence is incorrect. You must say, I'm going home. So never add to before the noun home. But what do you think about these sentences? I'm going to work, I'm going to school, I'm going to the party, or even I'm going to bed. These sentences are all correct. It would be grammatically incorrect to say, I'm going work. The correct sentence structure is the verb go, of course conjugated with the subject, the preposition to, and the specific location like to work or to the party. You're probably wondering, but Jennifer, why is it correct to say I'm going home and is incorrect to say I'm going to home? The English language is full of exceptions to rules, and the word home is one of those exceptions. Here, the correct sentence structure is the verb go, conjugated with the subject, plus the word home. Based on that, what do you think about these sentences? I'm going his home. I'm going my house. I'm going her condo. These sentences are all incorrect. The exception is only for your home, which is why the first sentence is incorrect. And the exception is only for the word home, not house, condo, or any other term. To make these correct, you need to add to after go and say, I'm going to his home, to my house, to her condo. Don't worry about taking notes. I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. What do you think about this sentence? We reached to the airport on time. This sentence is incorrect. You must say we reached the airport on time. This is simply the correct sentence structure in English. The verb reach doesn't require the preposition to. It's simply the verb reach, of course conjugated with the subject, and the specific noun. In this case, a location, the airport. I hear this mistake every day from my students, even my most advanced students. So make sure you say, I reached the airport. What do you think about this sentence? We got to the airport on time. This sentence is correct. These two sentences mean the same thing, but the sentence structure is different. We reached the airport, we got to the airport. And of course, you can say, with Jennifer's help, I will reach my fluency goals. Of course, you can reach a goal, not reach to. I'll reach my fluency goals. Do you agree with that? If you do, put that's right, put that's right in the comments. Don't say I've contacted to your manager. The verb contact doesn't require the preposition to. Simply say I've contacted your manager. So contact plus noun. Of course, in every case, your verb needs to be conjugated with the subject and time reference. You can say, I've contacted the office, for example. Now, this can seem confusing because yes, you must say, I've talked to your manager, because in this case, the sentence structure is talk plus to plus noun. So just remember, the preposition to is required, but it depends on the verb. So the verb talk requires it. The verb contact, reach, don't require it. Do not say, can you email to Jennifer? But you can say, can you email Jennifer? You can also say, can you send an email to Jennifer? What's the difference between these two sentences? In the first sentence, email is a verb. And in the second sentence, email is a noun. The verb in this case is send. Now, as a verb, when email is a verb, you just need the verb email plus the noun. In this case, the person receiving the email. But as a noun and email, you need the verb send, conjugated, the noun and email, plus the preposition to, plus the noun, in this case, the person receiving the email. This also applies to the verb text. So don't say, can you text to Jennifer? Because here it's a verb. So say, can you text Jennifer? But you can use it as a noun and say, can you send a text to Jennifer? You can also replace email or text with message. Don't say, can you message to Jennifer? That's the verb. Can you message Jennifer? Or you can use it as a noun. Can you send a message to Jennifer? But don't say, can you phone to Jennifer? You simply use this as the verb and say, can you phone Jennifer? Instead of phone, you can say, can you call Jennifer? But there is no noun form, so you wouldn't say, can you send a call to Jennifer? That is not correct. Here's one I hear a lot, but it's incorrect. So don't say, I'm so happy to join to the team. Simply say, I'm so happy to join. That's the infinitive, but you join something, to join the team. So no to after the verb join because it's just join plus noun. Now, this is confused because you would say, I'm so happy to belong to the team. So with this verb belong, you need the preposition to and then a noun, for example, team. In a general sense, you can say, I belong to a great team. But you can't say, I join a great team, because join describes the moment of becoming part of a group is not an ongoing state. So you could conjugate it in the past simple, I joined a great team, or you can see it as a planned future action or an action in progress, I'm joining a great team. Don't say, yes, I'll marry to you. Simply say, yes, I'll marry you.
She said yes!
Because here the verb is marry, but you marry someone. You don't marry to someone, you marry someone. But this is confusing because we have the common sentence structure, I'm married to Brad. But notice here, this is different. It's to be married plus to plus noun, the person you're married to. Now you can say, I'm getting married to Brad. So instead of be married, which describes the current state, you can use get married, which describes the transition from not married to married. So get married plus to plus noun. You can even say, I'm engaged to Brad. So here is be engaged plus to plus the noun. Or you can say, Brad and I are married. So in this case, the subjects come first, so there's no preposition to. We are married. Noun plus noun, the verb be conjugated, married. Don't say she entered to the office, just say she entered the office because the verb enter is followed by the noun. But you would say we went to the office. We've already reviewed the verb go. This is just conjugated in the past simple. Remember, you go to a location except when it's home and then you simply go home. Here's another one I hear all the time. The store is near to the park. No, the store is near the park because the sentence structure is near plus noun. The preposition to is not required, but it is required in this sentence. The store is close to the park. So here we have close to plus noun. What if I said to you, that book is very near to my heart? You may hear this sometimes. This is used idiomatically to say that something is important to you. But idiomatically, we're not talking about proximity of locations like the store is near the park. Don't say we're approaching to the station, just say we're approaching the station. Here we have the verb approach plus the noun. But you could say we're almost at the station, we're near the station, we're close to the station. There are different ways of saying the same thing, and you have to understand the specific sentence structure of each expression that you're using. Don't say she answered to the question. Simply say she answered the question. Answer plus noun. But what if your boss comes in and says to you, you need to answer to the client? Ooh, this is used idiomatically as well. It means you are accountable to the client. You are responsible for providing information to the client. So here the sentence structure is answer to and then someone, the noun. You may hear, for example, the government must answer to the public. But this isn't the same as saying you need to answer the client, which means you need to respond to the client's question or request. Did you notice with respond, yes, you respond to someone or respond to something, but you just answer someone or answer something like a question. Don't say we attended to the meeting. Simply say we attended the meeting. So here it's attend plus noun. But of course you could also say we went to the meeting, and you already know that to is required. These are the most common mistakes I hear adding to when it isn't required. Do you want me to keep helping you improve your grammar? If you do, put let's go, put let's go in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And here's another lesson I know you'll love. Watch it now.